taking on punches.
In today's episode, we're diving into the wild story of how Iron Mike Tyson beat up a street thug twice. This all went down in the mid-'80s, back when a 19-year-old Tyson was absolutely destroying anyone who dared step in his path. Despite the devastation young Mike was dishing out, fighters lined up to face him because, let's face it, getting in the ring with a hyped-up phenom came with a fat paycheck. One of those brave or crazy enough to take their shot was Mitch Green, an American heavyweight with Mayan roots, who somehow juggled being a pro boxer and dabbling in crime. Standing at nearly 6 feet 5 inches, Green was no joke. He had an impressive resume, including a win in the prestigious Golden Gloves tournament, and fights against solid opponents like Travis Berbick. With 16 wins under his belt, 10 of them by knockout, Mitch had built a reputation as a legit contender. Meanwhile, Tyson was skyrocketing to the top of the boxing world. By the time he crossed paths with Green, Mike was already a global sensation, thanks to his savage performances in the ring. His reputation as an unstoppable force had fighters shaking in their boots. But on May 3, 1985, Tyson faced James Tillis in a fight that surprisingly went the distance. This gave some doubters ammo to question the invincibility of Iron Mike.
And Mike Tyson warms to the task once again as the round.
Come on, look at that. This is an important learning experience for Mike Tyson. He's going to have to be able to handle a quick Tillis to get to the top of the event. He is right now. And Tillis is making
reacts to this. Closing with a flurry. The bell is going to sound. Mike Tyson moved the record now to 19, or make it 20 wins, no losses.
Enter Mitch Green, the trash-talking king. Looking to snag a fight with the rising star, Green started running his mouth, calling Tyson everything from a paper champ to a fraud, and a lot worse. He even went so far as to threaten Tyson, saying, "If you hit me, I'll end you." That bold disrespect didn't sit well with Tyson, who decided it was time to teach the street-smart loudmouth a painful lesson. And guess what? Green's antics worked. He got his fight. Finally, the big night in 1986 arrived. Two of boxing's baddest dudes were set to collide. The energy in the air was electric as both fighters stepped into the ring. Tyson locked his laser-sharp gaze on Green, brimming with confidence, while Mitch looked ready to bring his tough guy swagger to the showdown. Fans couldn't wait to see these two titans go head-to-head. The bell rings. The fight's on.
In the last fight that we showed you here on HBO, that between Larry Holmes and Michael Spinks. Round one, Mike Tyson leading. Always aggressive, right in front of his man. Now we see some head movement. Down your maneuverability. After the bell, right there, because it has a tendency to really frustrate a fighter. Good left hand by Tyson, but as far as how solid those punches are, there's no comparison. Now Green holding and hitting. It would throw quicker shots. There's the left hook I was talking about. And he did draw a warning from Luis Rivera, the referee, about holding. Green's in trouble. Those shots to the body Tyson had against Tillis. And what a shot! Now here we see the mouthpiece come out. But is he doing that tonight? Well, the problem is making he cannot hands high. He works his way in. That was out to the body. You have to think, Ray, that maybe the Tillis fight woke him up. No need for him to slow down. The momentum. How to fight up is to at least clear your head, or either to can be learned in talking to some of the people he fought. Look at here. He's just laughing at him. And Green seems to a guy named Eddie Richardson. They asked him, "Have you ever been hit so hard?" He said, "Yeah, about a year ago I was hit by a truck." He's not concerned about going the distance, throwing those shots. Look at the uppercuts. And he's setting Mitch Green up for upsets. He throws his left. I mean, Tyson there, he has to take a stand eventually. Another couple body shots. There's his right hand. What's going to happen as Tyson gets further into his career? He's going to figure out a better way to approach fights like this. That was a good attempt with that right hand for Tyson. And now we see Mitch Green, good uppercut there. Green just trying to tie Tyson up. And by Mitch Green, his best rally of the fight right here. Look here, he's caught Tyson 4 or 5 times. And Tyson shot to the ribs by Tyson. Tyson said one time, he said, I understand anatomy. Here again. Oh, what a left. And we've come to just about the end of it here. Another day in the classroom. Big left hand to end things.
As expected, the young phenom gave the gangster absolutely no chance, delivering a total beatdown for the entire fight.
For his 21st straight win and his 20 months, Mike Tyson.
After the bout, Tyson admitted he didn't want to knock Green out because he was having too much fun in the process. After this beating, the New York Thug decided to call it quits on his boxing career and announced his retirement. But his bruised ego couldn't handle the loss. Determined to settle the score, he vowed revenge, this time on his turf, the streets. Early on the morning of August 23, 1988, Mike Tyson rolled up to a Harlem boutique with a buddy to pick up a jacket. This wasn't just any shop, it was a hotspot for celebrity clients. Mitch "Blood" Green, hearing through the grapevine that Tyson was in the area, didn't waste any time. He showed up at the store shortly after. As soon as Mitch saw Mike, he started running his mouth, taunting him, throwing insults, and demanding a rematch. Things escalated fast. Witnesses say Mitch made the first move, throwing a punch, but Iron Mike wasn't having it. With one swift right cross, Tyson floored Green, sending him sprawling. Thinking the fight was over, Tyson hopped back in his car to leave, but Green wasn't done yet. He grabbed onto the car door, refusing to let go. That's when Tyson unleashed a flurry of brutal combinations. By the time he was finished, Mitch was out cold on the pavement. In an interview later, Tyson admitted he thought he might have killed Green in the heat of the moment. Thankfully, it didn't go that far. The aftermath. Green walked away with a completely swollen left eye, a busted nose that needed 5 stitches, and a couple of cracked ribs. Safe to say, Tyson's punches left a lasting impression, literally, so Mike seriously injured his hand from those bare-knuckle punches. That injury ended up costing Iron Mike a few months' delay in his scheduled defense for the undisputed world championship against Britain's Frank Bruno. As for Green, almost a decade later, in 1997, he decided to go after Mike again, this time in court. He filed a lawsuit against Tyson for physical assault, demanding a whopping $25 million. But the ex-gangster only managed to win $45,000, which didn't even cover his legal fees. Fast forward 35 years, and Iron Mike recently opened up about that fiery Harlem brawl in an interview, saying he regrets what happened. "I'm sorry for what I did that night." That line, addressed to Mitch Green, shows us that even the toughest, most brutal fighters can grow, change, and own up to their mistakes. That's it for today, folks. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to drop a like and share your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Mike went too far that night? Or was it something that could have been avoided? Let us know your take. We're curious to hear your opinions.